Good evening, comic book fans. Welcome to this rainy East Coast Thursday evening in the fall where I'm a little cranky because my back is sore. But I made it to the comic shop and got 5 comics this week. It cost me $16 and change, which meant there was not one $2.99 comic in my haul this week. All $3.50 and a couple of $3.99 comics. But anyway, it was still, a manageable $16, so what the heck. So we'll start off here with Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses, number 8. I like that. I like that face. Stray Bullets, always good. Lots of crime. Lots of vomiting. Blorf! Was it last issue was our Amy race car issue? So now I guess we get back to the normal continuity of Stray Bullets with criminals and urinals. Very good. Oh, look at that. Nice little childlike sun in the back. I always enjoy Stray Bullets. I've been buying it for years and years. Crime comic. Excellent. Pick it up. And here we go with Savage Dragon number 207. I have all 207 issues of this, so you know I like it. And in this issue, I think Malcolm Dragon and his stepsister are going into Dimension X to try and find this guy who was a criminal on Earth who they want to punish. And this over here is the same person as her, only in an alternate world. Savage Dragon actually has some alternate world stuff in it that I don't mind. Usually, with Marvel and DC, when they're all in their endless alternate world stuff, I'm always like, oh my god, enough. How many Spider-Mans do we need? But when it's just one comic that has its own continuity and its own little world, I don't mind, little alternate world stuff every now and then. Last issue, Malcolm, now the star of the show, Malcolm Dragon, graduated from high school. So I think he wants to go to the police academy after that to follow in his father's footsteps. But we'll see where the comic storyline leads him. Anyway, Savage Dragon, always a fun comic. Give it a read. And now here we go with Revival, number 33. A Rural Noir by Tim Seeley and Mike Norton. Last issue, we had the two sisters confront each other. This is the younger sister. Her older sister is a local police officer in this town where the dead have come back to life, and they're called revivers. And she herself, the little sister, is a reviver. She, I think it was a suicide attempt that she lived through and came back, and their father, the two women's father, who's the local sheriff, just found out that his younger daughter is a reviver at the end of last issue. I think that was our cliffhanger moment. And this is always about kind of what's going on. These are like some sort of lost souls that are looking for bodies. Or there's some, we still don't quite know what these strange ghost things are 33 issues later. But Revival's always a solid book. It's what would I call it? Bills itself as rural noir, but I think it's character noir too, because it's very much about it's as much about the characters in the story as it is in the character of this small town as it is the plot line. But coming up, I guess with issue 36, it'll be 3 years worth of stories. Even though I don't know if it was monthly all the time, but it would be 3 years if it was a monthly book. But it's been a while since Revival number 1 came out. Excellent book. Give it a read. Rasputin number 9. We're into the second story arc where we're learning about they're still giving us some Rasputin in the past. And they're giving us some, these nice landscape double-page spreads in the beginning. Well, it was like we got some magical elements back that were in a little bit in the first story arc. It's like a lot of Rasputin in the past. We also, for the second story arc, we've had Rasputin in the present, too. He somehow, survived his own death in 1918 or whenever. and went on to keep on living since he's got some special magical healing powers. He even saved JFK in this timeline, wherever this story takes place. I guess it's an alternate history story now since he saved JFK. But very much enjoying this, very much enjoying the writing and the art. That cover doesn't do a lot for me. That's weird. Seems to be too much black in the composition where you should be looking. But anyway, it's an excellent book, despite me not particularly liking this cover. Let's see. A good man can be stupid and still be good, but a bad man must have brains. Brains! I guess they're putting a quote on the back now, but been enjoying this one. Give Rasputin a look. And now we have Drifter number 8. This might be the first Drifter cover that I've really caught my eye. The other Drifter covers kind of have like a abstract quality. This one actually has a striking image on it, which I haven't seen a lot in Drifter. Drifter also has the Trick UPC on the back, which always confuses the local They're like, what the? Well, you just scan it with your scanner along that edge right there, but I don't know, it's just funny, a Trick UPC. But we're into the second story arc of Drifter 2. Some nice artwork. The first story arc was really kind of a weird space western that had this strange feeling of a guy being stranded in some strange town that he didn't understand. Little sci-fi, little mysticism thrown in. In this second story arc so far, the people in this town have decided to strike out and look for certain supplies they needed on the rest of the planet, which isn't very hospitable to human life, and it's turned into this, weird, wonderful journey type comic where they're on this spaceship and they're just running into strange things so far because they don't know what the rest of the planet is like, and the rest of the planet is really weird. Like I said, they're just trying to make a short journey to find this guy's crashed spaceship, get some supplies from it, and get out. But of course, things don't work out that way, and it gets strange. But I'm very much enjoying Drifter. That's a very nice cover. Pick up the first trade, pick up the issues. It's good stuff. One other thing I wanted to mention this week is that I finally put Invincible on my monthly pull list. I've been buying it in these Ultimate collections, which are really nice. I very much enjoy these. For 10 years now. These are oversized. Invincible is a very good comic. But I finally decided I wanted to read it monthly. I'm tired of, waiting for these Ultimate collections every year or so. I'll get number 10, which will catch me up to date. But I'm just... I think it's issue 124 starts a new storyline where Invincible here somehow gets thrown back into his old body from the beginning of the series. So he knows everything that's going to, he's where he was 10 years ago with all the memories of the 10 years that happened. So everything that's going to happen, he knows about. What can he change? What can he do? Whatever. I thought that was an intriguing idea, and I've been kind of meaning to pick up Invincible monthly for years and years now, just because I enjoy buying monthly comics. But once again, since I started buying this in the Ultimate collection, that's how I continued to buy it. But now I'm going to give it a monthly read. So a few weeks from now, you'll see Invincible 124 in my collection. It's a good jumping on point if anyone else wants to jump on. Otherwise, pick up these Ultimate collections. They are really, really nice. And here's a look at my background art. I did a couple other Painted Lady covers, getting all op artish. Let's see, this is number 5. I don't like the turn of her body as much as the other ones. It seems that it flattened out a bit too much for me when I add color to it. This one, so she's twisting a little more. Seems like there was the one I did last week and showed you. So I seem to like that twist of the body better than this twist of the body. But either way, it came out okay. I have to I have to color them up. I still haven't figured out how to. If I remember me mentioning these coverless comics last week, and me wanting to make my own alternate covers for them. I'm still going to be doing that. I hadn't had a chance to do it this week. But I must say, this is a JLA #1. I could not... You just heard me talk about how I didn't mind the alternate dimension stuff in Savage Dragon. Well, here's where I mind the alternate dimension stuff. I mean, another alternate dimension story with the JLA and Superman, and I made it about 8 or 10 pages into this and was like, I can't take it anymore. Just because, how many alternate dimension JLA stories can I read in one lifetime? But anyway, I'm going to put a cover on it one of these days, as soon as I figure out how. It's probably going to be one of these covers I made. I'll start with the Painted Lady ones. Of course, I have to color them first, too. Okay, well, you guys have a good week out there in YouTube comic book land. Oh, and one more thing. On my other YouTube channel that I started, Art by Osborne, which is all about art and drawing and tips and stuff, I've just posted a video that's where I talk about paper. There's one of the types of paper. Here's another type of paper. So I'll leave a link below if you want to go check out my other channel where I talk about paper and ink and drawing and all sorts of art stuff. Check it out below. It's Art by Osborne.